Tyreek Hill and the Miami PD right before a game have an altercation and it leads to some detainment. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to It's Culture Podcast. My name is Mark, and got a video to show you guys just my takes on what happened. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen the Tyreek Hill arrest, but we're going to talk about it on the show today. I'm going to give my takes on what I think about it. And we're going to watch the video, kind of dive in. I got all the clips compressed together, so it's going to be like a steady flow. So we're going to be able to see the whole thing in totality. If you like these videos, you do me a favor. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you can get all the updates. And the channel keeps growing because you all keep subscribing. So I appreciate everyone who has subscribed up to this point. So please share the channel. Help me continue to grow Culture Nation, and we grow this thing together. So let's get into it. Sunday, about 10 o'clock in the morning, Miami Dolphin wide receiver Tyreek Hill was traveling on his way to the stadium down at Hard Rock Cafe Stadium in Miami, Florida. They had a game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you don't know who Tyreek Hill is, he's a star wide receiver for the Dolphins. He's all pro, nicknamed the Cheetah. That's what everybody calls him because of his elite speed. Won a few Super Bowls playing with the Kansas City Chiefs, and then he signed a mega contract with the Miami Dolphins. Well, he was on his way to the game, and it's alleged that he was doing 100 miles an hour going to the stadium prior to the game, and this is what happened. So we're going to watch this video and watch this altercation with the police. I'm going to give my take on it, just an unbiased opinion. You don't have to agree with it. If you don't agree with it, please let me know in the comment section when you watch this video. Just watch it, but just watch it from an objective lens, and we're gonna discuss it. Fair use. Now, at the beginning, you're gonna see Tyreek Hill come into the video. There he is, right there. Now, he's in like a sports car. I don't know if that's a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, but we can see the cop on the motorcycle is basically trying to catch up with him. Now, it seems like Tyreek is going pretty fast, but he starts to slow down, and here we go. He's getting signaled to pull over.
Start speeding! Move forward.
So Tyreek is asking how fast was he going, like 50? So how fast was I going, like 50? Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what? Why do you have it up?
So you see that Tyreek is saying, don't knock on my window like that. He told the cop, go ahead, man. Give me the tickets, I can go. So he rolls the window back up.
Hey!
Here we go.
Keep your window down. Hey! Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me your ass, Mom. Get out of the car. Give me your ass. I'm gonna break that freaking window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 What part of blood don't you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested.
So Drew is his agent. That's
I'm getting arrested, Drew.
That he's on the phone.
I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin.
When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand?
I'm getting out,
You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little fucking confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill,
Too late.
All right, bro. Take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey.
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying.
Bro, y'all.
Don't move.
Good. Bro, you beating on my window like you crazy.
You set him up?
Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, bro, dude beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
So now you see there's another football player that showed us.
Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro.
I just heard you in your ears when we go there with your window down.
Chill, bro. Hey, Joe New, bro.
Back up.
Hey, call Drew. Hey, call Drew, bro. Call Drew.
So you got John Smith, another football player for the Dolphins.
Hey, call Drew, bro. Just call Drew.
He said he telling him to call. Now Tyreek is telling him to call Drew Rosenhaus back. So now this is John Smith.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Hey, man, they got Tyreek. The cops over here beating on him, man. They over here beating on Tyreek,
Listen,
man.
big man, don't park there, man. Just get in the car.
Hey, Drew, you gotta come, man.
Just get in the car.
Straight up the side, on the side of the,
Hey, get in the car. You're parked in the middle of the street.
I'm in the car.
You gotta go before you get a ticket.
Hey, you're in the car.
Who's the driver? This is my car.
All right, move.
I'll take that.
You gotta move right now.
I'm coming, man.
Let me have your license. You're gonna have ticket too.
I'm coming.
Let me have your license. You're gonna have ticket. Let me have your license.
I'm leaving.
I'm not playing. Let me have your license.
I'm leaving. Yo, what's
Your
going
license
on?
right now.
Sir, what's going on,
Your license right now. You're not gonna give me your license?
You're not
You're not gonna give me your license?
I'm leaving.
Let me have your license. Your license right now.
Sir,
Hey, your license right now.
I'm leaving.
Or I'm gonna lock you up. Your license right now.
He just told me to
Your
leave.
license right now.
Sir,
You're dealing with me now.
Sir.
Your license right now.
So one cop is telling him to leave, the other cop is telling him to give him the license. So now we're back in the back. They're checking the license.
Why is he acting up like that? You know who that is, right? Huh? You know who that is? No. One of the Dolphins star players.
Oh, yeah?
So now you just heard the cop. He said, you know who that is, right? And the cop's like, what? He said, you know who that is? That's the Dolphins star player. He's asking, like, what's going on, man? Why is he on the ground? Like, you don't know who this is?
Hey, Calais.
So now Calais Campbell, another Dolphins player, is right there. There go Calais Campbell. So here go this cop again.
Get in your car and leave. Listen, avoid this. Get in your car and leave. I'm giving you an order. One more time. Get in your car and leave. One more time. I'm giving you an order to get out of here. Hey, turn it down right here.
So now he said, I'm going over here. I'm not leaving. I'm going over here. And then all of a sudden, now he in handcuffs. So now we got 3 Dolphin players that have been detained on the cop.
The car has to hang out for a minute now. He's okay.
He just said, your guy gonna have to hang out with us now. Because now he under arrest.
Hey, what's the reference? Huh? What's the reference? Yeah, careless? Because he was speeding too fast?
All right, y'all. All right. So that's the video. Cop said that he was speeding. And it escalated into this. Now, here's my take on how this went, right? And I'm gonna preface my comments by what I do and what I tell my kids, especially my son, about these police encounters. And I've always told my son, like I would tell anybody else, your whole objective is to get home. Your whole objective is to get home or get to wherever it is, your destination, wherever it is. By any means, try your best to remain calm, cool, and collective, because cops will do things to have you get out of character and try to escalate a situation. I've had this happen to me in North Carolina. I think this had to be 2008-ish, around that time. And I was coming down I-95, southbound on I-95, on my way back to Georgia. I had just went to Virginia to see my daughter, and I was on my way back to my back to my house in Georgia at the time when I was living in Georgia, and I was on I-95. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and I'm driving. I'm in a rental, and I'm in the left lane. Now, I hadn't been driving all my life, driving up and down the interstates. Never had heard of impeding traffic. I was in the leftmost lane, and usually people say that's the speed lane, the pass lane, whatever. But it wasn't nobody out there. It was just me. It wasn't nobody. The interstate was completely clear. It was probably maybe 2-3 cars tops out there with me on the interstate at that time. So the cop pulls me over. I signal over, get all the way over to the right lane, get off to the medium, pull over where I can get in a safe spot, because we were coming kind of like really like on a bridge kind of. So I was kind of like making sure that I wasn't on the bridge and get over so we can get off the small little creek bridge or whatever it was. And the cop basically tried to escalate the situation with me, asking me where I was coming from, what was I doing, and I was like, I'm driving. I had on at the time. I had on a Navy. I had on one of my U.S. Navy shirts, command shirts, and he looked in the car. I was in the SUV. Looked in the car. Kind of looked in the back. Looked in the back window. Asked me was anything in the car, and I was like no. So he basically asked for my license, registration. I told him it was a rental, and then he tried to escalate the situation even more. Asking me where am I coming from. I'm like, I'm coming from Virginia. I got a bag in the back. He's asking me, can he look in the vehicle? I'm like, no, I haven't done anything. Like, why are you even pulling? You still haven't told me. Mind you, now this is about 2 minutes into it, and he hadn't even told me why I had been pulled over yet. And he kept trying to argue with me, wanted to search the vehicle. No. And this, I'm outside in handcuffs while he's going through the vehicle. And then he tells me I'm impeding traffic, gives me a warning, and then leaves. I guess he thought I had drugs in the car. I guess he thought I was trafficking. But either way, I wasn't speeding. I wasn't doing anything besides I was in the left lane. And he told me I impeded traffic, which I still didn't believe that. And to this day, I still don't believe that. So, not to be on my soapbox, but to kind of give you an idea of what I tell my son, try your best to not escalate the situation. Your whole goal is to get home or get to the destination that you at. In this situation, the traffic stop started off wrong. The guy knocked on the window. Obviously, Tyreek knew he was getting pulled over. He had the window down, and then he rolled the window up. So I guess, I don't know if he was on the phone. I don't know why he rolled the window back up, because he knew he was getting pulled over. But he did roll the window down enough to give the guy his license and registration. And then he rolled the window back up. Now, usually in a stop, you will roll, ask you for that, and then they'll tell you, hey, keep the window down. I want to make sure that I see your hands. Let me see your hands. Whatever they give you after you give that, and then they'll go. But I have been pulled over by the cops, and I'd have rolled the window down, gave him my driver's license, registration, and rolled the window right back up. But I guess because Tyreek's windows was so blacked out in that sports car, then he knew that obviously he couldn't see inside the car. So I guess he was like, for his safety, rolled his window back down, which I get. If it's about police safety, I get that. But what I don't get is you asking him to roll the window down. You didn't. Okay, he rolls. The window was rolled back down. Y'all do realize that Tyreek rolled the window back down. He rolled the window down, and the guy said, "Keep the window down." And he said, "Okay, man, give me my ticket." So when he does that, then he comes back and say, "You know what? Get out of the car." That's when the cop escalated the situation. He was wrong right there, because Tyreek had already done what he wanted him to do, which was roll the window back down. The window was rolled down. He didn't. Window was rolled down. Tyreek didn't have to roll the window all the way down, because the cop didn't tell him. He said, "Roll the window down." Okay, so I cracked it. Is you can see me. It's the same distance it was last time. And then the cop decided he wants to escalate. He didn't want Calais Campbell there. He didn't want Jonnu Smith there. These cops were on one that day, and luckily enough, like one cop feel like he was level-headed. They knew exactly who these players were. They knew who they were. They knew who Tyreek Hill was. They probably don't know who Calais Campbell and Jonnu Smith were, but they looked at these guys and they knew that these guys were football players. Like, and they kicked. Calais Campbell said later on that they kicked Tyreek. Come on, man. I mean, you put him on the ground. The guy telling you, "Hey, I just had my knee scope. My knee. I just had knee surgery." He's trying to get down. And they pushed him down. You can see on the back of Tyreek, he's had shoulder surgery. I thought a big scar on the back of his shoulder in the tank top. He's had shoulder surgery, so you can see the scars. He's had surgeries. Why are you just manhandling this guy? There was no reason for any of that. That was just excessive force. And the FOP came out with a statement. And their statement reads, "Before the Dolphins game yesterday, an incident occurred where Tyreek Hill was placed in handcuffs before being released. First, to be clear, at no time was he ever under arrest. He was briefly detained for officer safety after driving in a manner in which he was putting himself to others in great risk of danger. Upon being stopped, Mr. Hill was not immediately cooperative with the officers on the scene, who, pursuant to policy and for their immediate safety, placed Mr. Hill in handcuffs. Mr. Hill, still uncooperative, refused to sit on the ground and was therefore redirected to the ground. Once the situation was sorted out, within a few minutes, Mr. Hill was issued 2 traffic citations and was free to leave. We would like to stress to the community to use this as an opportunity to remember that it's always best to obey lawful police commands first and complain later. We have worked hard across all communities to bridge the gap between what people believe law enforcement should and can do, and will continue to do so. In this case, while we wait for the investigation to run its course, based on what we know, we stand with the actions of our officers but look forward to further open communications going forward. While we are confident in the actions that led to the stop of Mr. Hill, as with any investigation, we will wait for all of the facts to come out, along with any explanation Mr. Hill may have for his actions that initiated this unfortunate incident." And this came from the president of the South Florida FOP, their police union. So they're standing with the officers. They say, "Hey, he was briefly detained." That ain't being listen. You could have got him out of that car. You put him in cuffs. You laid the man on the ground. You slammed him to the ground. He's standing up. He's not being combative with you all at any given time. So I don't understand why he went from the ground, stand up, back to the ground for no reason. You could have just put him on the side of the car. He was already handcuffed. You could have stood him up, sat him on the side of the car, and continued on with what you were doing, and then gave him his citation, unhuffed, and gave him his tickets and told him to have a nice day. It spiraled out of control for no reason, because these cops wanted to be on one. They just decided to rough him up. And this should be a reminder to anybody. Like, these things escalate real quickly. And luckily enough for him, he's a Miami Dolphin. But if this was somebody else, what the outcome could have been? Could have been anything. Could have been him getting beat up. Could have been getting shot. Could have been getting choked out. We don't know. But in any incident, the cop who initiated all of this was placed on administrative leave pending further investigation. That's standard protocol. Tyreek has come out and said that he wants to move forward. Let's open up some communication here. Let's try to get some things understood. I appreciate him taking the high road on this one. I probably wouldn't have, but he taking the high road, and let this be a lesson to all of us that, these situations, they happen. We don't know what type of emotional state Tyreek Hill was in. Obviously getting ready for a football game, might be, mentally trying to, psych yourself out, emotions running high, first game of the season, all that stuff going on. But it was unfortunate that this happened prior to, and hopefully, if he was speeding, come on, Tyreek, don't be speeding to work. You were gonna get there on time. But this was very, very unfortunate, and this is a bad eye on on a police department, especially with somebody as high profile as Tyreek Hill. This is the second time we've seen a professional athlete be manhandled by police. I mean, Scotty Scheffler it was done to him in Kentucky a few months back, and now you have Tyreek Hill. So, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this video. There's a lot of blame to go around on both sides. Tyreek could have tried to keep a level head, and maybe wouldn't have escalated. But then again, the cop also got to be level headed, man. You can't be out here just on 10, because you have a weapon that can end someone's life on your side. So the wrong emotion, and something can happen very, very tragically. So, thank y'all for tuning in to this video tonight. And until next time, Coach Nation, let's keep it coaching.